I met Rabbi Beryl in the mid-90s. He was a young rabbi. He marries Chani, and I get a call somewhere around 1999. And he said, Eric, we have the opportunity to be emissaries of the Rebbe in a new environment. We said I had 3 places we can settle. When I heard Gainesville, my eyes lit up, and I said, Beryl, you know I went to University of Florida. You must go to Gainesville. And they did, and Gainesville would never be the same.
They really built it from scratch. When we started going up there were kids or babies. So little by little, they grew, and now the center is incredible.
I went to UF for my master's in accounting.
And I went to University of Florida starting in 2003, part of a fraternity, ZBT. Some of the brothers were going there. It was just so laid back, relaxed. It wasn't as though religion was being pushed on top of you.
It had a pretty big impact.
I grew up in Morocco. I went to a Jewish school in Morocco, Chabad, actually.
I grew up here in South Florida. I went to the University of Miami, but we didn't have a Chabad on campus. Every time I would go up to Gainesville for Gator Growl and big football games, my friends would always be talking about this Chabad house that they had on campus. I was like, let's go check it out. There was just a real deep connection there with Rabbi Goldman with Beryl the first time I met him, and that exists until this day.
When our son Sammy chose UF, we were thrilled that there was a Chabad on campus.
You have this comfort knowing that my child is going to continue the traditions that are important to us in these most important years of their life.
Now that my kids went there, they were able to call Chabad home away from home.
Jacob got accepted to University of Florida, and he said, I'm not going. Where was he going to go?
Yeshiva.
He's going to go to yeshiva.
He was living in the Chabad house with 6 other boys.
I said to him, you never know who you're going to meet.
And he said, I'll never meet anyone in Gainesville.
That's what he said.
And then he met a beautiful girl, and we couldn't be any happier.
Rabbi Beryl gave the keynote talk under their chuppah. So many other couples have been married as a result of meeting through Chabad UF. It's a testament to what Chabad has accomplished.
I visited many times to the Chabad, and it was just very warm and welcoming. Everyone would just sit together, have a meal, and it was just like a good way to meet people and network and feel comfortable and at home.
I mean, here we are, gosh, I don't even know, like 20 years later, and I still remember singing the song, Ain't Gonna Work on Saturdays. I don't know if he still sings that, but like everyone just like starts banging the table, ain't gonna work on Saturday, ain't gonna work on Saturday. It's, so it sticks with you, and it was a great experience.
This college period is a very pivotal period in somebody's life.
It's very easy to deviate, but we're lucky to have the Chabad of Gainesville there. A few hundred Jewish students every Shabbat and celebrating holidays together.
One of the things that's funny is that, my son's home, does he want to do anything Friday night? Does he want to go anywhere? No. But now part of the trip always when we come up is we have to go to Chabad, like on Friday. That's a must.
It is like a party. Kids are so excited. They all talk to each other. They're all helping cleaning up and, can I get you more soup? It's so beautiful.
It's been amazing to see the development and growth of just the Chabad team. The Goldmans brought in the Nutics, and they've been incredible in their contribution and their partners in this process. And now the next generation is coming in, and it's just absolutely amazing.
The rabbi takes on each and every student like his own. He introduced Sammy to an amazing doctor that he's now shadowing with, Dr. Jacobs, and that wouldn't have happened without the rabbi.
Shoshi had a little of a heart adjustment coming off seminary and going to Gainesville, but she has found her way, and her whole life really revolves around Chabad. There's always someone to listen to her if she has an issue.
I've met students that didn't come from any traditional Jewish background. Many of them walk out being very proud to be Jewish. They're there for Shabbat, and they're there to learn, and they put on tefillin or whatever it is. If you need a mezuzah, you're going to get one, and you're not going to pay for it.
I just can't express enough how Chabad brings the joy out of Yiddishkeit, and that's really important, especially with everything going on in the world today.
rise of anti-Semitism over the last few years has been something that nobody could have imagined. Where most universities telling their students, maybe take off your kippah, wear a hat if you're walking over on Shabbat, or maybe put your Magen David inside of your shirt. The University of Florida, not only is it a great university and it has been a great Chabad, but it's the best place to be a Jew on campus today.
So many schools are zigging, especially at the Ivy League level. And then it's zagging at Florida, and it's so welcoming, and they're not afraid, and they're publicizing it. That's very comforting.
Yeah, it is. We have very close friends whose children have dealt with awful, awful stories and have had to have security walk them to and from classes. None of that exists at UF.
Chabad is there, and they're at the forefront of everything. The foundation of Chabad is not concentrating on the anti-Semite, but bringing the light into the world and showing Jews to be proud Jews. And I think that's the number one way of fighting anti-Semitism.
There's a theme in Gainesville from the legendary Tom Petty, who was from Gainesville, that we won't back down. Chabad is the perfect epitome of that. Proud, it's strong, it's firm, it's great to be a Gator, it's great to be a Jewish Gator, and there's no backing down.
Imagine this not being here. Imagine that they can't fit everybody for lunch or dinner.
It's critical that we support the Chabad.
It's my responsibility to make sure that Chabad continues. And how do I do that? It's not going to Minyan, it's by contributing money. That's the reality.
We're incredibly forever invested and grateful.
It's important to be a friend of Chabad on campus, especially at the University of Florida.
This, doesn't happen overnight. We need, a lot of support from everyone.
The campus is growing, the school is growing, the city is growing. There's more Jewish students coming, and if you talk to the rabbi, he's always talking about how he's going to get, more kosher food on campus. Not just a matter of sustaining, it's a matter of growth.
Have impacted thousands and thousands of our kids.
You're investing in the future of the Jewish people.
You do whatever you can.
Now more than ever.
The growth is fantastic. The pride of being a Gator and a Jewish Gator is greater than it's ever been. So we're so happy to receive this honor.
It's very special.
We're really thankful for that and try to pay it forward.
We feel incredibly honored to be honored and grateful that our son has this amazingly safe place, and for 4 years of his life.
Thank you for this honor, and we're very committed for everything that happens at Chabad UF.
Congratulations to Rabbi and Robinson and Chabad of Gainesville for the 26-year anniversary, and to another 26 years.
It's great to be a Jewish Gator. Go Gators, go Chabad UF.